for sharing that vision and also the action plan, Mr. President. We know also with your background from business, you know also what is important in that respect. I saw in the news that you were able to buy 20 million vaccines. I think it was from AstraZeneca, but you also, in your introductory remarks, mentioned this vaccine nationalism. So how do you see the next months when it comes to dealing with the pandemic in South Africa? And you also, of course, have still your hat on as the chair of African Union, and you have got a lot of positive remarks on the way African Union has handled the first wave and how you came together in this. And Africa has been weathering it better than many other places in the world.
Well, as I said in my remarks, we are concerned about vaccine nationalism. The rich countries of the world went out and acquired large doses of vaccines from the developers and manufacturers of these vaccines. And some countries have even gone beyond and acquired up to 4 times what their population needs. And that was aimed at hoarding these vaccines. And now this is being done to the exclusion of countries, of other countries in the world that most need this. And it was a great plaudable effort by the World Health Organization to set up the COVAX facility, where it felt that we needed to agglomerate all our acquisition processes so that there can be equity in the distribution and in the access to vaccines. Now, rich countries in the world are holding on to these vaccines, and we are saying release the excess vaccines that you have ordered and hoarded. There is just no need for a country which perhaps has about 40 million people goes and acquires 120 million doses or even 160 million. And yet the world needs access to those vaccines. Now, we, in realizing how the world's richest countries are behaving, we set up the vaccine acquisition task team in Africa, and we've been marginally successful. But we need those who have hoarded the vaccines to release the vaccines so that other countries can have them, but also to have financial assistance. And in releasing the vaccines, we're not saying that just give them away. We are also saying, in addition to, yes, doing that, we are saying, do make them available so that those countries that do not have access to vaccines right now should have access. And we want vaccines as quickly as other countries do that have already started, because we are all not safe if some countries are vaccinating their people and other countries are not vaccinating. We all must act together in combating coronavirus, because it affects all of us equally, and therefore our remedies, our actions to combat it must also be equal, and they must be overarching for all of us and not be something that special countries or certain countries have on their own to the exclusion of others.